Howdy guys! Okay, that was very American. Let's try that again. Hi guys, welcome to today's vlog. I'm not going to be doing much of a vlog today, I'm afraid, because today has been rather dull. All I've done today really is messed about with my YouTube channel, tried to make it pretty, had a lovely bath. That was nice. I have to sign on at the Jobcentre because I haven't got a job, so I applied online for that, which I really didn't want to do because I've already signed on twice before and I hate it. Anyone who's watching this, if you have signed on at the Jobcentre, then you know what I'm talking about. It's hell. There's like forms to fill out for everything you do. Literally, you comb your hair, you have to fill out a form. It's just so stressful. There's just no need in all the forms they do. And also, they're supposed to be there to help you find a job, but all they do is force you to look for work that you really don't want to do and that, like, you are overqualified to do as well. Like, for me, I want to be a wildlife conservationist, and they're making me, they don't care about that. They just want the numbers. So they just want me to apply for any old rubbish that comes along. Telesales, yeah, you've got to apply for that, otherwise you're not getting your money. And it's like, well, I thought you were here to help me, like, find a job that I want to do, not just shove me in a telesales job. You know, I've done all the rubbish jobs now. I want to actually get work that, you know, that I enjoy, that I'm qualified to do. I have a degree. I spent 3 years of my life studying countryside conservation. You know, hasn't that kind of earned me the right to spend some time looking for work in that field? It just annoys me. Anyway, getting on with the vlog. So today, yeah, that's all I've done. I have signed on, well, I've filled in the form online to sign on. I've had a bath. I've prettied up my YouTube channel. And I've missed Kevin, because not only has Kevin gone to work today, but he is away longer because he's got a photography course in the evening every Monday. So yeah, so it means he's coming home later than usual. I just wanted to explain also why I haven't vlogged for a few days. I suffer from anxiety and depression, and I'm a lot better now. I've had it for about 6 years. I'm a lot better nowadays, especially since living with Kevin, but I do still have crashes every now and then, and it just feels like you're going back to square one, really. So this weekend wasn't a good weekend. I don't know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think it might have just been that, you know, we've just moved in, I'm missing my family and friends, I'm missing my cat insanely. Like, I didn't realise just how much I would miss my cat. I knew I'd miss him, but I miss him so much. I know it sounds stupid because he's just a cat, but he's my cat. He's, you know, he's my little boy. And I just hope that he's okay without his mummy. He's got his grandparents to look after him, but he's used to having a hug from me every night, you know, cuddling up with mummy, so I hope he's okay. But yeah, so I miss him a lot. What started it was we were in Tesco and we went past the pet section, and that was it. That's all it took. And then I was in a miserable mood the rest of the evening. We'd actually just come from the cinema. We'd watched the Imitation Game, which was awesome. I highly recommend going to watch it. So we watched Benedict Cumberbatch, who, if you've watched my vlogs, you will know that I am in love with. So yeah, I should have been happy, which I was. You know, it was a really good film. Benedict was incredible in it. I was with Kevin, everything was lovely. We popped into Tesco, and then that was it. Just I saw the pet section and I was like, I miss my cat. And it just hit me like like a brick wall. It was like walking into a brick wall. It just hit me, and that happens. It's part of it, I'm afraid. It's part of the illness. Sometimes it's really difficult to deal with because you just feel like a burden. Like all the way home, I just didn't want to talk. Then that made me feel like I was rubbish company for Kevin, and I was really snappy as well. It makes you very impatient and very angry very easily. So like little things he did just annoyed me, and then that made me feel guilty because he hadn't done anything wrong, and it just all goes round in a circle, and you just feel worse and worse and worse. You know, you just end up in a big hole, and it's so difficult to get out of. I've created my own way of dealing with it, because I've tried everything from tablets to seeing doctors all the time, to counselling, to specific counselling, as in counselling for the precise reason why I suffer from depression in the first place. I've seen 3 different counsellors, and as good as they were, I didn't really feel any effect at the time. And I'm kind of just thinking now that I've talked about things that have happened in my life that have led to this. I've talked about them so much that I just don't feel like that's what's going to help me in the end. I feel like the only thing that's going to help me is me. So what I do now is I just get on with life. I know it's not as simple as that. I just make sure that my life is so full that I have no time to think about what happened in my past. So it doesn't affect me because I haven't got time to let it affect me. But when I do have time to think, that's when it gets more difficult to control. And having people around me, I find, helps a lot with that, like having Kevin around. Sometimes you do need to be alone though, and just literally just cry it out. I mean, that night, when we got home, I just burst into tears. And Kevin was there for me, and he just hugged me and listened. And he just didn't say anything. He just sort of agreed and comforted, and that's all you need, really. You don't want somebody to try and give you advice because there's nothing they can say that will help. All that will help is just being able to bawl your eyes out and have somebody there to give you a cuddle. I mean, sometimes I'd rather nobody be there at all, but because I don't. In the past, I used to cry almost every day, and I didn't want to put that burden on somebody else, so I'd rather be alone and just cry it out on my own. But sometimes you do need somebody there just to feel like you aren't alone, you know? But I'm glad that I've got this new life because it is really helping me. So yeah, that's something about me you didn't know. If anyone else is in a similar situation and you want to talk about it, just let me know, because after 6 years, I feel like I've got enough experience on my plate that I can help people, and I want to do that because I know what it's like to be in a rut and to feel like no one's there for you, and it's not a nice feeling at all, and it just makes you worse. So rather than sitting there thinking I'm all alone, please tell someone, whether it's a parent or a friend or a cat or a doctor, anyone. Tell me if you like. Yeah, just make sure you tell someone. It's really important that you do. I can't stress that enough. If you would like to comment anything about depression or anxiety or just feeling down in general, then please leave me a comment and I will answer any questions. So yeah, today has been a nothing much happening day. I am now going to watch Atlantis, That's on BBC because I missed that last night. It's a bit chilly in here, isn't it? Why am I asking you? You're not going to know whether it's cold in here or not. I'll also be posting about a little shopping spree that we had the other day. It wasn't a massive shopping spree, but I'd like to show you the little bits and bobs that we bought for the flat. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to comment and subscribe to my channel, REC Davis, because my name is Rachel Eleanor Catherine Davis. Bet you didn't know that. Right, I'm hungry now, so get lost. Love you. Bye, guys. Oh, there's a ladybird. How did that get in here? Ah! What else did I do? There's a little chilly willy. Created my own whales. I've created my own whales. It's like a gnome. I will also be posting stuff. What is my hair doing? What is it doing?